Hello, I am on a tripod, beautiful structure, once again on the rails blocking the world's largest coal port. I'm on beautiful Warramai and Awabakal country where colonial powers have been exploiting, extracting and desecrating this beautiful continent since they arrived. It's a beautiful morning and I'm feeling a lot of things actually. Yeah, I'm feeling this really weird knot in my heart space. It's like there's kind of there's a heaviness with the weight of coming against this giant machine. It's pretty heavy feeling, to be honest. But then there's also this like other part of the knot that's like pure love, and that's why I'm here, and that's why people have been doing this all week. This is the 11th action, blocking coal from leaving Warramai and Awabakal country this week by Blockade Australia. We're taking direct action against the consistent and continual destruction, extraction and ruination of this beautiful continent. This continent that isn't looking as beautiful as it was before people came and started extracting and destroying. I've got a visitor about 200 meters away. He looks friendly. And Blockade Australia is ensuring material resistance to this destruction. Because all the means that we've been trying, all the political games we've been trying to play haven't been working. The vested interests are too strong. The powers that be are too committed to their machine. It's a big machine. And one little tripod, one little person is getting in the way of that big machine. That feels pretty cool. Yeah. Got some security arriving now. Will do. So here on the rail into the world's largest coal port, which is continually extracting. Whoop. Just gonna grab my rope. Nearly fell down. Where was I? I don't know. Kind of just feeling into all these emotions actually. There's some beautiful birds and some beautiful country here, and then a giant rail right in the middle of it. Taking coal from one part of the world into a port to be exported to another part of the world to create some energy for people very distant that have no connection to this country, and all at the expense of our atmosphere, all at the expense of our environment, all at the expense of our future, our health, our social cohesion. And the disconnect is astounding. To think that for thousands and thousands of years, custodians protected the land that is now being dug up, extracted, exploited, all for a big global waste system. Endless wastage. You know, we think that globalization has made us more efficient. It's actually made us more wasteful.
Are you okay up there, mate?
All good.
Yeah, all good. Oh,
Thank you. Yeah, efficiency is not transporting something from underground, millions of tons of it, in millions of tons of steel, to be shipped with millions of litres of oil, thousands of kilometres away, to be burnt in a station. Oh, the steel's from another part of the world, the oil's from another part of the world. Also, lights can be kept on when there's plenty of other ways to do that. When we could be building strong, resilient local economies, protecting our ecosystems, local communities that actually meet each other's needs on a community basis. They actually assess their needs and meet them with each other. But no, we are in a system that has fractured us, has put people at the top and people at the bottom, where the entire world becomes commodified, and so community gets torn apart. People become dependent on systems far bigger than themselves. I'm all good, man. Thank you. And that's an incredibly sad state of affairs. And this coal, well, the coal that would have been travelling on this rail right now is a part of that giant system. And it's a system that's quite disempowering, because everything that a human being is capable of is externalized onto market forces in this system. And that actually disempowers the individual as much as it destroys the planet. And a lot of people in my life are reclaiming all those things that have been taken from them by the endless growth economy. And that's a journey I've been on, and that's a journey that we should all be taking. The machine is huge, but we're huge. Is that a word? Donna, lovely to see you commenting. How does it make sense to burn ancient vegetation that is locked in carbon underground for thousands of years? Burnt in a distant land for a flicker of energy, while open cut mines are left on First Nations country. It's sick, sickening. It's a sick system. It's a sick reality. If you thought of the whole world on a little island, and then, I mean, that's kind of Australia, I guess. That's kind of what this continent is. But if you could have it all in eyesight, and then imagined on that micro scale the kind of damage that we're doing on the macro scale, I don't think any of us would choose to live on a place like that. And we'd probably choose to do everything we could to combat that and those forces. And so that's what we're doing. You know, it seems right now that Blockade Australia, perhaps it seems to the mainstream media, that Blockade Australia are doing some pretty extreme things. But when you actually think about violence and extremity, and you objectively take stock and think about the actions we're doing. I'm watching the sunrise on a little tripod with some birds. That's a pretty peaceful thing to do, actually. Open cut mining, transportation of coal, burning of coal, all for cold dead money. That seems to be a little bit more violent than this. This is a non-violent action. non-violent direct action is how we roll, and how we will continue to roll, because we won't be roped, pardon the pun, we won't be roped into the kind of violence that we're opposing. I don't know. We've been called extreme. People who do these kind of actions are called radical extremists, extreme eco warriors, whatever people like to call us. But it seems to be pretty straightforward in my mind to protect your home. And I think this system makes us forget that this place is our home, has been forever, and will be if we protect it. Yeah, the system externalizes all those costs onto the commons, onto the public. The corporate governance system, the marriage between corporate and our government, externalizes all the negatives of their extraction, their pollution, into the commons, into social commons, the material commons, the ecological commons, and then all living beings bear the brunt of that, including humans and non-humans. We just had the worst bushfires on record, and we're continuing to perpetuate the same crisis that caused those, and will continue to cause even worse ones. It's horrific. I feel a real sense of peace right now, actually. A real sense in my whole body, actually, that this is the right thing to be doing, and that any conditions that convince us or try to convince us that this isn't appropriate action, now that I'm actually sitting up here, I can see them for what they are, which is just conditions. We actually don't have time to keep living in fear because of those conditions. Time to act. Time to act. I'll show you around. So I'm about 8 or 9 meters. Top of a tripod. Beautiful bridge, rails, not so beautiful.